So, hi, good evening. My name is Shakiva, and today I have with me Mr. Frederick Holmes. And I just recently met him at the VA, where he's still serving. And we're just gonna, have a nice little conversation today. Um, so, Mr. Frederick Holmes, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in Passaic, New Jersey, in General Hospital in Passaic, New Jersey, in 1934. We lived in Passaic near the river, and our town, we called it a train, egg stop, because the train used to come down through the center of the town and unload eggs.
Unload eggs?
Yes, in Passaic, New Jersey. Many, many years ago.
What was it? What did people do with the eggs? Like, why were they unloading eggs? What was the significance of that?
Well, they would unload the eggs, and the vendors would come by and pick up the eggs for their shops.
Oh.
It was all horse and buggy in those days.
Horse and buggies. Oh my goodness. So, what did you think about that? Like, as a child, like, how did you go and get eggs? Were you responsible for delivering eggs to anyone as well?
No, I used to stand out and watch them, and that's about it. My thing was playing with the kids in the neighborhood.
How old were you around this time when this whole egg dropping thing was going on?
Oh, I guess I was about 7, 8 years old.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. Well, so what was your childhood like? So if you could, like, kind of just give us a glimpse of what it was like in Pennsylvania as a young Mr. Frederick.
Well, I didn't hit Pennsylvania until I was a grown man.
Oh, okay.
In Passaic, New Jersey, life was just like any other kid. We played in the neighborhood, and we just played games and had fun as kids. And at that time, we all, black, white, we all played together.
So there was no segregation during that time, or in your area, or?
Well, there was plenty of segregation, but the kids didn't segregate.
Okay.
At that early age.
Okay. So you're saying, like, okay, so as kids were being taught or they were watching adults, that's interesting. So you guys played freely, but then you could see a difference as they got older.
As they got older.
Oh. Yes. The school that you went to, was it segregated?
Well, I started school. We had moved from Passaic to New Jersey, and I started school number 6. And very few black children went to school number 6. I was one of them. And this race thing came about one day when one of the guys in shop class told me to go back to Africa. And I thought he thought I was from Africa. So I told him, I said, no, I said, I'm an American. I was born here. I wasn't born in Africa. But this Italian friend of mine told me, said, he's trying to make fun of you, Fred. So I went and popped him upside his head. And I got suspended.
Oh my goodness. So you didn't even realize that it was more like an insult,
Yeah, I didn't know until my friend told me.
So okay, so then you really didn't have to deal with the segregation, but then your parents did. What did they tell you? What did your parents tell you about segregation? Did they try to warn you guys?
Well, in my time, when I was a kid, you know, we couldn't look white people in the eye. We had to look down. You know. And as a small kid, if I'm walking down the street and a white man coming up, white people coming up, I had to get off the sidewalk and to the curb until they pass and then get back on. And it's a funny thing, you might not believe this, but as a kid, they wouldn't sell us Coca-Cola. When we went to the store, they would sell us knee-high orange. They wouldn't sell us Pepsi-Cola and Coca-Cola.
Why was that? Do you know?
I had no idea.
You never knew why?
Day. No, definitely not. They would sell us knee-high orange. That's why I don't like orange soda today.
So I'm wondering, was there some type of like elite, like there was some type of value added to the Coke versus the?
I have no idea. Today I still don't realize.
And you never asked about it?
No, it didn't faze me one way or the other.
Do you drink Coke now?
Nope. I drink, well, I used to drink quite a bit of 7-Up, but I stopped drinking it because the sugar content. What I drink now is, it's, I guess you might call it a soda, but it's zero sugar. It's called sparkling ice, and it's flavored lemon.
I know all about it. I drink them all the time.
Oh.
All the time. But I drink all of the different flavors. I love them.
I like the lemon.
I drink them all. And I drink it because it gives me that fizz, and it helps me to, you know, not to crave soda. So I haven't had sodas in so many years, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, wow. Okay. What values did your parents teach you?
Well, my mom and dad, especially my mom, always taught us to respect our elders.
Okay.
Respect our elders. You know, if I would say yeah to an elder, I got popped. It's yes ma'am, no ma'am. Yes sir, no sir. And that stays with me today. Even till today, I do the same thing. As a family, when we ate in our dinners, well, because our school scheduling, we didn't sit down. We all didn't sit down and eat supper at the same time because of school scheduling. Mm-hmm. But on Sunday, that was the time everybody sat down and ate.
And what was that like?
It was like being in the army. No, well, like this here, we could not drink our drinks. We had to eat vegetable first, meat second, and drink last. And till the day, I do it the same way.
Oh my goodness! Oh no! And when you had a family, did you teach your kids the same?
Exactly the same way. Exactly the same way.
Oh my goodness! I have to drink and eat at the same time, and you're able to consume a whole meal without drinking.
Drink last.
What? Why is that? They want to. Was it to the fact that, hey, you know how they say there's kids in Africa that's starving. So was it to ensure that you ate all your meal? Do you know exactly why is that?
That's what my dad said. If we drank all the drinks first, we wouldn't eat the rest of our food. So we made sure we ate all of our food before we drank anything.
Okay. Wow. I've seen families do it. I've heard people do it. Thankfully I'm not. I guess I'm a spoiled brat because I've never had to do that before. But I do know that a lot of families are trained. You eat first and then you drink. Okay.
Well, I feel like I was fortunate as I came up as a kid because I live in a household with a mom and dad. A lot of those kids back there didn't have a mom and dad. It was one family, one parent family, and most of those kids in the one parent family, they got into some kind of trouble. Being in a two parent family, you're more sound, more sound with your theories and understandings of what my mom and dad used to explain everything to us.
And your parents, they were together the whole time during your childhood and
yes,
even into adulthood?
Even into adulthood.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many kids, I know you shared with me earlier, how many kids was it?
There was 2 boys and 2 girls.
And all of you were pretty tight growing up, and who was the unruly child? Like who got in trouble the most?
That was my brother Benjamin, and he was the light of my mom's heart. She really cared more for him than any of the kids. Yeah.
Why do you feel? You said that earlier, but why do you feel that was so?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I guess because he was the last and he was the baby.
The baby of the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew that he was like your mother's favorite, so to speak. How did you and your other siblings respond to that? Did you guys say anything? Did y'all envy him?
No, I didn't envy him because like this here, even though he was the light of my mom's heart, my dad was harder on him than any of us.
He was?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So your dad, where your mom withheld the discipline, your dad brought it to him. So he didn't get away with anything just because he was your mom's favorite.
No, Dad was a disciplinarian. Growing up, I've only seen my mother spank one child, and that was my oldest sister. Dad was the disciplinarian of the family, and Dad didn't have to spank you. All he had to do was give you that look. And you got that look and you understood quickly. And you readjusted.
Wow. What did your parents do for a living?
Well, my dad worked in Curtis Wright, building airplanes during the war. And my mom was a maid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, did your dad serve at all in the military?
No, he did not.
He never served.
No, he was the only one of his brothers that didn't. I think when they called him, they found out that because of his job and the fact that it was the job and something else that they didn't take him in the service. But all his brothers went.
Okay.
All the uncles went.
So your mom, okay, you said your mom was a maid. So, like when you guys were at school, she was taking care of a family, or was it multiple homes?
No, she one home, one family.
Okay. And it was, if you don't mind me asking, was it of a white family?
Yes,
or
it was.
It wasn't a white family. How did they treat her? Did she ever say how she was treated by the family?
They all loved her.
They all loved her.
And I think her employees' kids loved my mom more than they did their own parents. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long was she with the family? Did she have multiple families, or was she with that one family?
The one family.
That one family. Okay. Wow. Okay. And you guys, growing up, did you guys do like a lot of family type events? Like, did you guys go to church together? Did you guys do activities outside the home as a family?
Well, as a family, my mom forced me to go to church sometimes. And it seemed like it wasn't important if the rest of the kids went, but she made sure I went.
Why was that? There's a reason why.
Yeah, well, maybe she saw something nobody else didn't see.
You wasn't giving the family a hard time, were you?
No, I didn't. But you know, my aunt, my aunts and uncles, they all thought I was going to be a minister. And I guess my mom figured I needed that teaching.
So they just saw that in you,
Mm-hmm.
the family. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you feel like today?
Well, during my younger years, I sang gospel in a quartet from Maine to Florida. Yes, and those were very, very, very good days. And I met a lot of good people during those days, and it was a very happy part of my life. And it was something that I loved to do. I was the manager of the group, and my family, my mom and dad was amazed the first time I took them to a program.
How did they respond? You have to tell me, how did they respond?
Oh, they were amazed. They were amazed because they didn't think that we could sing that good. But we sang with the top groups, made the staple singers. We sang with oh gosh, all the big ones. Sam Cooke, we sang with Sam Cooke. We sang with Inez and what was Inez's group? Inez Anderson. But we sang with most of the top groups.
How did that come about? Like, how were you able to get into this quartet and singing with these individuals? How did that happen?
Well, I used to go to church in Nanuet, New York, and this guy named Alfonso Rose, he sang in the group. And one day him and his wife were behind me, and he heard me singing, and after church he asked me that I wanted to sing in the group. And that's how it came about.
How did you discover that you could even sing? Like, is there anybody else in the family that sings? How did you discover you could sing?
Well, most of my brothers and sisters could sing. Most of them could sing much better than I could. But my sister, older sister, she sang in a choir. My mom sang in a choir for about 35 years
Okay.
or more.
Okay.
No, not 35, 50 years she sang in a choir. And my mom was overjoyed the fact that I started singing in the gospel group.
You talk a lot about your mom. I could tell every time you talk about it, you're very fond of your mother. What was your I know Benjamin was the favorite, but what were you and your mother relationship like?
I was fortunate enough to have the greatest mom in the world. The greatest mom in the world. And one of the volunteers one day came to my office and we were talking, and he told me he hated his mom. Oh, to death. It's like he stabbed me in the heart with a dagger. And I told him, I said, listen, how do you say that? I said, you're talking to a fellow that worships the ground and smell of the walk. I said, you say you hate your mother now because you didn't understand the way she raised you. But you had no idea why she raised you the way she did. You know, it was just you and her, so there was things that she had to forego and give up because of you. And you should realize that. I said, so don't ever tell me again that you hate your mother.
Whew. So your father worked on airplanes. Your mother was a maid. What was finances like for you guys back then?
Well, the kids in my school used to call me poor little rich kid. We didn't have that much, but my mom was able to handle things in such a way where it looked like we did. You know, when I went to high school, my mom used to give me my lunch money. And what I used to do, she used to give me, in those days, $5 a week was big money,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I used to take my lunch money and buy the cheapest thing I could for lunch. Grilled cheese sandwich and a Coke, and the rest of the money I used to play the slot machine with.
No, are you?
Mom never knew.
How were you able to do that? And did she not find out?
No, she never found out.
And how old were you playing the slot machines?
Oh, let me see, high school, 11, 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And she never found out.
I think that's what got me to the point where, I wind up, doing a little gambling for sport. That's all it is.
As a child, what did you dream of becoming?
I wanted to be an Air Force pilot. Oh yes, I used to have every model. I used to build my own model airplanes. I used to build my own kites, and I wanted to be a pilot, an Air Force pilot.
And did it have anything to do with the fact that your dad was working on airplanes, or was just you thinking?
No, it's
Okay.
just I just liked anything to do. I used to build my own model planes, and I should take a piece of paper and fold a piece of paper into a plane and fly it, And I used to get a kick out of doing that.
Did you ever get a chance to at least look into it? Like, what made you not go into becoming a pilot?
Well, when I went into service, I was signed up to go to OCS, Officers Academy School, and you don't think I'm crazy with this. The reason why I didn't go, because it took me too far from home, where I couldn't every week come home and see my girlfriend. And that was the reason why I didn't go.
I don't think you're crazy for that. People do that today. There's a lot of people who have sacrificed things that they want to do because of love or, family. So no, I don't think you're crazy for that. That happens today.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why I didn't go to OCS.
Okay. How long did you and the girlfriend last after you not going to OCS?
Well, like this year, it was, she wanted to get married before I went into service. And I told her that, no, let's wait, because people change. So if I come out and we still feel the same way, then we'll get married. It was the wisest thing I ever done. We still know it's a dumb and married anyway.
So what year did you join the military, or which branch did you join? Just
United States Army. Yeah.
and did you join immediately following high school? How did that come about?
Yeah, after I come out of high school, I was only, what time? It was a while after I came out of high school. Me and my friend Joe, my best friend Joe, we were working at night, going to school during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And, we decided one day we were going to join the service because we ran away from home, Joe and I, and we walked to New York. And the reason why we ran away from home was because Joe's mother gave him a spanking for not doing one of his chores. And I was in the house under the bed when he got the spanking. And every time she hit him with the belt, that mattress would come down and hit me. So after his spanking, he said, let's run away. And I wasn't too swift with that one. Because I knew if my father found out that I ran away from home, the sky was going to fall. But anyway, he talked me into it. And we were walking across the George Washington Bridge, right? And some people came past us from New Jersey that was going back, and we were talking to them. And I said, Joe, I'm going back. And so that brought us back. We got in the car and we came back.
So, so your family, so you went back. So you guys never actually fully ran away.
No.
Okay. Okay. Because you didn't want your dad to get on your
No,
behind.
no.
Because when you were saying you ran away, I'm like, wait a minute. I get the impression that you had a really good home life. So why would you want to run away from your home?
I didn't care for the idea, but he was my best friend, and so
Yeah.
I didn't want him to go alone. I wanted to try to see what I could do to help or talk him to come back. So we came back.
And you guys eventually did join the military together, or?
Yes, we joined together, but for some reason, they took me and didn't take him.
Oh no.
And I think it was about a year later when I was it was Camp Crowder, Colorado, where someone in the company said, I got a call from Joe, and he was in the service and he was there. And we met in Colorado.
Were you guys ever able to get, so you was in Colorado together, how many other duty stations did y'all get to do together?
Well, that was the only one because
Oh.
I got shipped out and he got shipped out. So that was like number one.
Okay.
But we remained friends and, he got out and he was home. I got out and I was home and we started talking about moving to California, building a cattle ranch.
And how did what happened?
Well, we got the land, we bought the lumber, and what happened? The bottom fell out. People losing jobs and everything. And I had a job making a little bit of money, and so he was out there with his wife, and I told him, meet me in Vegas, and I would sign the rest of the land over to him, my portion of it. And so that's what I did. And he said, well, how am I going to pay you? I said, as you can. Don't worry about it.
So he went forward with the plan, and you signed over the land.
Yeah, he built it was more like a farm than a ranch, But it was working for a while, I guess. But then after a while, he moved back to Southern California.
Mr. Jump. Who had the greatest influence on your life? Who had the greatest influence?
The greatest influence on my life. Who was my hero back then? I guess the Brown Bomber, Joe Lewis, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Did you ever get a chance to meet any of these individuals?
I met Sugar Ray. I never met the Brown Bomber, but I did meet Sugar Ray.
And you got to educate me on who the Brown Bombers are. I've not heard.
He was the champion of the world.
Prior to Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Were you ever able to go see him boxing?
Oh, I seen him box. Yeah. And he was a champion of the world. He used to donate his purses to the Army Relief Fund. And he wound up with, they said he owed a lot of taxes that he hadn't paid. And I think they put him in jail for not paying the taxes later on in life.
Oh. I have to do some research. I've never heard.
The Brown Bomber, he was champion of the world, and his wife was going with a cab driver.
Oh my goodness. I have to do my research. I've not heard of him. Muhammad Ali is all I know. Okay? Mike Tyson.
He was the greatest.
Okay.
He was the greatest. Now you talking about heroes. He was one of my main heroes, and I used to subscribe to Life magazine, and Jersey Joe Walcott wrote an editorial in Life magazine, and he talked down on Muhammad Ali, and that upset me really bad. So I wrote a letter to Life magazine, and my mother said they're gonna come here and get you for that.
What did you say?
I let them know that for me, Ali was the greatest champion in the world. He really was.
Did they publish? Did they respond to you?
Well, I sent a letter to them, and I stopped the magazine from coming to me. I wouldn't buy the magazine anymore. But my mother said they were going to come here and beat me up.
Oh my goodness. So, what I'm hearing you, okay, tell me why they were had such a great influence on your life. What was it about them?
Well, Muhammad Ali, look at him. Take a look at him. They told him that if he would quit the Muslims, they would put him on the Cheerios boxes,
Yeah.
cornflakes.
Yes.
That's what it was. And he wouldn't do it. I mean, he wouldn't give up his faith for the Almighty God. And I loved him for that. I loved him for that. He would not give up his faith for the dollar bill.
The dollar bill. Who was the first president that you voted for?
The first president that I voted for was Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah. You know, when it comes to voting,
You didn't exercise your right to vote?
no, and not until I started reading up and seeing how much blood went into the ground for my forefathers trying to get the vote. And then I started voting. And I've been voting ever since.
And you've been voting ever since.
Yeah.
When you were 18, who was the president?
When I was 18, that was, who came before Tricky Dick? Oh. Yeah, no, Tricky Dick said,
Is this the president named Tricky Dick? Is that his
Yeah.
name?
yeah, Nixon.
Nixon.
Yeah, he said if I'm re-elected president, I'll stop the war in Vietnam. So he was holding a hatchet over the people's head. Elect me and I'll stop the war. They elected him and he didn't stop the war.
Oh my! So is that another reason why you didn't vote or haven't been voting?
Yeah, well, my mom used to tell me when I was a boy, it says, elect a Democrat and there'll be a chicken in every pot. That's what she used to say. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is going to be part 1 of our interview. I have a ton of questions that I want to ask you, but I'm not going to hold you any longer. So we're going to call this part 1, and we're going to schedule to do the remaining. I'm really excited about interviewing you. I'm really thankful that you are allowing me to interview you. Even though you was reluctant to it, I'm so grateful and thankful that you are allowing me to come into your home and, try to get to know you and learn a little bit more about you. So, Mr. Frederick Holmes works for the VA, 92 years old strong, and still going to the VA every day. And I kind of pulled his arm and pleaded with him to let me do an interview. So I am so grateful for this opportunity, and we're going to resume on another day.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.